Hello.
Hello and welcome to your college football week 12.
Week 12.
Let me tilt that back a little bit. There we go. Okay.
First and foremost,
last week.
Happy birthday to Johnny.
Happy birthday to me. 28.
The big 2-8. Don't look a day older than...
Don't act a day older than 12.
Yeah.
Don't look a day older than 16. Thank you, John. You're too kind. Last week we had some football games.
Sure did.
And I'm not talking about how I lost in fantasy because the 49ers couldn't avoid a PI call.
That was brutal, man. You were so close, too. It was like... Because I thought, coming into Monday night, I thought you were done for. I knew Saquon Barkley was just going to have a night. But
Witherspoon, if you
he actually made it really close.
If you couldn't kick my ass...
Witherspoon's terrible.
I would beat your ass. Please don't kick my ass.
I'm so tired of Witherspoon.
Oh my god, dude. Why didn't they rotate Richard Sherman?
I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, it was, what was it? It was Odell on the PI call?
I believe
Was
so.
it Ingram? No, I think it was Odell.
I
I don't know why they didn't rotate.
I can't bring up the week 11 schedule for some reason.
Let me try on my phone.
Let me just kill your... I'm going to turn off your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, turn off the Wi-Fi. The signal's shitty in here. I haven't designed a thing yet. I got to underground a cable.
Close this app. Fuck it. What do you remember from last week off the top of your head?
All right, off the top of my head, the University of California beat USC
Sure
for
did.
the first time in 15 years.
Whew. First time since I've really started following Cal football, and that's been a long time.
I think I was at
the
2003.
Were you? I started,
Maybe.
so I remember that game, but I really started following the team later that season. So, pretty crazy.
There we go. What else we have?
We had in Bedlam, which we neglected to cover for some reason.
Sorry for not covering
We
Oklahoma State.
shirked our duties.
I really didn't think it would be that competitive.
It was an excellent game.
Yeah, minus Gundy's post-game bullshit.
Yeah, well, he's a dumbass.
Yeah,
but, it was a 48-47 game. Sooners came out on top as we expected, but it was a really exciting one.
Yeah.
Could
have gone to overtime.
Yeah, definitely.
Gundy doesn't do overtime.
There was a missed extra point in there by the Oklahoma State kicker sometime in the third quarter that really burned him.
Jeez.
What else did we have? We had Utah beat Oregon. We had Georgia beating Auburn handily. Miami just continuing to collapse. They might not even make a bowl game at this point.
Yeah,
sad.
I don't think they will.
It's pretty sad.
Florida State got killed by Notre Dame.
Texas beat T-Tech by a touchdown.
Yep, I watched some of that.
Notre Dame just destroyed the worst Florida State team we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Might actually be the worst Florida State team.
I think it might be the worst
real
one.
bad.
Maybe ever.
Clemson continued their march towards towards Bama by beating Boston College.
Yeah, Fresno State just barely lost.
Well, they kind of got screwed, man.
They did. I think they got screwed. That was fucking first. That was a fourth down.
Yes, and it wasn't guaranteed that they would have.
They would have just had a shot.
They would have had a shot, exactly.
But Mountain West really disappointed in you. Sometimes people try to take the bad ref title away from the Pac-12, and you guys really tried on Friday.
And now I imagine that the road to the championship, which will probably again be Fresno State and Boise State, will probably again go through the blue field.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, Tedford can't catch a break, man.
Maybe the Mountain West is just rotating around this concept of Boise State is the only way. We just have to have Boise State win every year. Like, I don't fucking get it.
Oh well.
Anyway, at the time frame of 4, 8, 9, 420.
Blaze it.
Blaze it. Woo! Man.
Hey, buddy.
We give you the Week 12 preview. There's not a lot. We said there weren't a lot, but we ended up.
Well, I think that
games.
there's one or two stretches on there that we might not have covered otherwise.
There might be more on there.
But yeah, it's a real shallow week thanks to the bitch ass SEC and all their cup. We should have really got cupcakes for this.
Yeah, we really should have. Thanks for playing fucking Citadel, Liberty.
God. Yeah, we really should have just had some cupcakes ready for this video.
Thanks Texas A&M for playing UAB,
who surprisingly are like 9-1, but they're
still might lose to.
Still, yeah, they might. That would be amazing.
That would be hysterical.
Kentucky's playing Middle Tennessee State.
Like, I mean, let me just take a moment to
the only inter SEC matchup that I can see is Mississippi State playing Arkansas, which is essentially playing a cupcake game because Arkansas is trash.
Sorry, Arkansas. Let me take a moment here and recognize the University of Alabama Birmingham, a college university, as it were, that almost got rid of football.
They did get rid of football.
They got rid of football,
and then for somehow that was reversed.
There were some donors. Who came
some emergency donors.
Yeah. They reversed football. That was 2 years ago.
I think so.
And now you're 9-1.
Yeah.
So amazing. Maybe you shouldn't have even considered getting rid of football.
You'll never get rid of football.
You'll never get rid of football.
Football will outlive you.
Football will bury you. Football will
kill us all.
Football will literally murder every last one of us. Football will probably be responsible for launching all of the nukes.
Probably.
And with that, we move into the 11:30 a.m. game on this Saturday, November 17th, Pacific time. Number 12 Syracuse at number 3 Notre Dame. This is the last hurdle for Notre Dame.
This is our last chance of knocking Notre Dame out of the playoff.
Please, dear God. Notre Dame fans, I apologize.
No, technically the last chance is USC, but they're not going to be.
Yeah, they're not going to lose to USC. I apologize to Notre Dame fans, but look, I don't want your team in the playoff. And I have a good reason.
Nobody does.
Yeah, nobody does. You're going to get killed.
Yeah, we're looking out for you.
Yeah, we're looking out for you. We want you in a bowl game you can maybe win. I'm still going to root for you to lose. But we want you in a bowl game that's not a playoff game because I'm tired of bad semifinals. I am so sick of it. I have watched at least 2 every year. It feels like there's more than 2, but there's only 2. They're always bad. I don't even remember a good one. Maybe Oklahoma versus somebody. I don't even know when they got knocked out. Bakers last year. But yeah, I mean, it's like there's never good ones. Oregon creaming FSU in the Rose Bowl.
That was nice though.
That was very gratifying.
That was the rare blowout that I was all there for.
Alabama murdering everybody except for that
Washington
one
hung
time.
around for a little while before they eventually got killed by Bama.
Not long enough for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was one good semifinal game. It was Ohio State versus Alabama. I think it was the time Ohio State beat Alabama? No.
I can't remember.
Bama still beat them. Did Ohio State win a championship?
Yeah, with Cardale Jones.
They did. Yeah, that was the year. So they beat Alabama in the semifinal game. That's the last good semifinal I remember. And it was a game between two teams we all hate. So, yeah, I'd like Notre Dame to lose this game. I really don't want to watch them in a bad semifinal because they're going to lose to Clemson or Alabama. That is non-negotiable. It's going to happen, and they're going to lose by a lot.
Anyway, Syracuse has actually had quite a good year.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I actually forgot.
They kind of came out of nowhere. They played a really close one against Clemson back in September and almost won. And had they won that game, we're looking at a one-loss Clemson team and a one-loss Syracuse team, possibly both fighting for a playoff spot.
And they're both in this ACC, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can really go places with this.
I mean, they're putting up at least 40 points a game the last 4 weeks. Syracuse are. So I think we've got a real shot against Notre Dame in Yankee Stadium. This game is.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Pinstripe Bowl before the Pinstripe Bowl.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's in Yankee Stadium, but it is.
A very good question. Well, remember the old Notre Dame fans, Yankee fans. It's like the same people.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So
and they're all cops too.
Yeah, exactly. They're all NYPD, or New Jersey State Troopers.
They're like, "Hey, yo, pal, where you going?"
Yeah.
Go Irish.
And I'd just turn around and I'm like, "What the fuck? No."
Anyways, what do you give this one?
Oh boy.
Well, I'm gonna give it 4 stars.
I want to give it 3.5, but I'm gonna give it 4. I'm gonna give it 4.
You can
Because
give
Syracuse almost
you
beat
can
Clemson.
You can give it 3.5.
No,
Man. You're allowed to. It's your birthday.
No. Syracuse almost beat. Okay, well, it's at Notre Dame. 3.5.
It's not really as closer to Syracuse. It's in New York.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm such a dumbass. This is how tired I am today.
It is technically a Notre Dame home game.
It's at Yankee Stadium.
But it's in New York.
Yeah, it is in New York. So,
although Syracuse is like in Buffalo.
I'm an idiot. I just wasted about 30 seconds by fucking that up. 4.
I think we've spent 5 minutes on this game.
4. I'm gonna give it 4. I'm gonna give it 4, and we're gonna move on.
Okay.
Fuck Notre Dame. Syracuse almost beat Clemson. Clemson's way better than Notre Dame.
Yeah.
They might win.
Exactly.
All right. This one was kind of a stretch game, right? Number 9, Western Virginia at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State played very well last
West
week.
Virginia has only got the one loss this year. It was a pretty embarrassing loss, if I remember correctly.
It was a classic
They,
Will Greer loss.
Well, it wasn't that bad. They lost to Iowa State, but it was it was by like 16.
Yeah.
Iowa State's not terrible,
Nobody
but somehow
wins.
that loss just completely like erased them from everybody's consciousness.
Well, that's because the AP and the College Football Playoff Committee don't know what you and me know. True. No one wins in Ames.
That's true. You come to Ames?
It's
you come to Ames?
It's where dreams go to die. In all seriousness, we've watched dreams die there the last 2 years in a row.
Sure
yeah. I mean, maybe the people at the AP just don't watch games as closely as we do.
I'm not sure they watch games at all.
They probably don't watch games at all. Let's be 100%.
They probably go to bed at like 7.
Yeah, I don't think Condi watches any games. I mean, I hate to say it.
So Oklahoma State is 5-5, man.
Yeah.
Pretty mediocre year, and Gundy's still out there.
I'm gonna give this
talking out of his ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a low rating, and I'll tell you people why, because that's how I'm gonna preface every preview from now on. I'm gonna give this one a low rating because I think Oklahoma State's gonna come into this game deflated and bummed. I think they're gonna lose, even though it's a home game, or they're gonna come with a fire under their ass and fucking kill.
So it'll be
West
one
Virginia.
Extreme or the other.
Yeah. My girlfriend says
that
with me it's always black or white. So, and that's the truth.
John with the analysis, baby.
It's going one way or the other. There is no in between.
So this headline of the preview says West Virginia wary of Oklahoma State.
They're
wary, baby.
Because of what Gundy said?
Because he called out all the millennials.
Yeah.
So,
we're millennials at West Virginia. He called us out.
He called us out specifically.
Yeah. Not just his own team.
Yeah.
3.5.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. Next we move on to this is pre-rivalry week, as we call it, pre-rivalry.
Only a handful of them, or a couple of them, really. It's just this one and the big game later, which we'll talk about.
Which, if you don't know what the big game is, fuck you.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. So that last game was at 12:30. This next game is also at 12:30. It's the University of Southern California versus UCLA.
University of California at Los Angeles.
Yes. And you might say, well, John, amen. UCLA fucking sucks this year.
Honestly, both these teams
these teams are bad. Yeah, USC
Bad.
may have more talent, but this is at the Rose Bowl, which is UCLA's home turf.
Sure is.
You know
what? The only reason I suggested this is because we learned our lesson last week with not covering a rivalry game.
We're just trying to cover our asses, to tell you the truth.
They're fighting for the city of Los Angeles, baby, a city that's in turmoil right now.
Yeah, suddenly Northridge rushes the field, beats every UCLA and USC player to a pulp, runs out. I'm gonna give this one 3.5 because I'm afraid that it's gonna be some bad football.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3. It's not gonna be a great game, but honestly, you get those uniforms together and they play each other, and shit can happen.
You never know.
Yeah,
it's the Rose Bowl. Next up at 4:30 p.m. I'll be there.
Mostly, I just want to see Chip Kelly sad.
Oh yeah, true. Well, he's already sad.
Yeah, but I want to see it.
You want to see it? Sad? You're not
I
going to see it. You're going to be working.
I want to taste his tears.
Wait, you're not going to be at work yet?
I probably will.
You'll probably be at work. Well, put it up on one of the TVs. Eamon's going to taste Chip Kelly's tears, and I'm going to swing by, have a beer at Eamon's bar he works at.
Bro, I'll give you a pitcher.
Shit. I'll see if Barry wants to come too. My man Barry Yant. Well,
Body.
Shouldn't say last names, but Body. Well, that's a pretty common last name. No one will know who I'm talking about. Body. See you at the big game.
Speaking of the big game, the 121st big game.
30 p.m. Pacific time.
Cal.
Stanford at University of California at Berkeley.
It's the Leland Stanford Junior University.
At the University of California. It's the place I went. And in case you can't tell, me and Eamon grew up here. This is a fucking big deal for us. It's the rivalry of the Bay Area.
What's it been like? It's probably been like 7 years in a row Stanford's won.
Yeah, to quote Dodgeball, it's bigger than Raiders versus Niners, Giants versus A's, and the San Jose Earthquakes versus the not yet created San Francisco MLS team.
Hey-o.
All put together.
What is that Dodgeball line? It's like bigger than the World Cup, World Series, and World War II combined.
Yeah, exactly. That's the line. This is a big deal for us. It's the Iron Bowl level for us. Attendance is not as high as the Iron Bowl.
Between mediocre teams.
It's always, lately it's always mediocre teams. The last time it was a good one, set up was like 07.
Yeah, I think like when it was like Andrew Luck versus the late era Tedford teams when Mike Muhammad picked him off late in the game. We had Shane Vereen back then. Yeah.
We did.
Times were good.
Yep. This is the big one. Last year we lost by a point. This year
God, it might be like 10 years almost.
A year.
Yeah.
It was 09. It was my senior year of high school.
This is the year. It's happening this year. It has to.
It has to happen.
We went last year and I thought we had it. There was a missed field goal and then it just...
It felt out of reach.
It has to happen this year, man.
But yeah, this has to be the year. I'm giving it...
We just beat USC for the first time in forever.
I'm giving it 5. This is going to be a very...
Fuck it. 5.
This is going to be a very watchable rivalry.
Go Bears.
It's going to be very tight. If last year is any indication, this is, you're going to watch better football this time. We have the 14th ranked defense in the country.
We do.
At Cal. Stanford always has a decent
defense. We got a top 10 secondary in the country. I'll say it.
Oh yeah, no, they're pretty amazing. Deadspin ran an article on us. Go check it out.
They did. Deadspin
which is pretty amazing. It's rare that you hear Deadspin say anything good about Cal
or about anything.
Yeah, or about anything.
But especially not Cal.
They said something good about Cal, so that was cool. I'm gonna it's 5 stars all the way. I'll be there.
Go Bears. See
you all there. Next, we're going up to 16 Iowa State, who we were just talking about, at number 15 Texas at 5 p.m. Pacific.
Tom Herman weirdly might be on the hot seat if they lose this game, I think.
Just because he got everybody's hopes up and then crushed them so quickly.
Yeah. Even
all those old gray-haired Texans are like, how dare you make us think that Texas is back?
Like, they have had a decent year. They've had some good wins.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't keep, going... It can't keep roller coastering like this.
Yeah, no.
They've got to build a winning streak if they want to really be back.
Well, I mean, look at it this way. David Shaw has ridden a roller coaster for 5 years.
That's true.
And he's still at his job.
But I literally don't think he wants to go anywhere. I think he's going to...
I mean, Texas is a higher program.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Herman... Well, I mean, Herman won't go anywhere if he doesn't perform here.
He's not going any higher than Texas.
Yeah, he's not some Saban assistant.
He's
just a guy who
reached his peak. He's reached his peak.
Yeah, he just fought his way up from Houston, so it's so it's 4 stars.
You know what? I always trust the Cyclones.
Yeah, same. They're gonna bring the pain, even though it is at Texas. So 4 stars.
Yes, 4 as well.
Yeah, if that team dives south quickly, also at 5 p.m. you have University of Cincinnati, number 24.
Low-key... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
At number 11, University of Central Florida, the still unbeaten national champs.
That's right.
They're going to be playing at Bright House
Stadium. This is low-key the best game of the weekend.
Arguably. I mean, Cal Stanford. But...
Yeah, okay, but
This
from
isn't
from a non-homer
Yeah,
standpoint.
this isn't a rivalry game for UCF. UCF
No,
have,
it's next week.
Yeah, next week is going to be the incredible
It's
rivalry
their
game.
Super Bowl next week.
Yeah, I mean
But
that's a huge.
this is one final hurdle for them before they play to determine who's the best team in Florida.
Yeah, exactly. This might arguably be more important than next week because after USF had their loss, because they were going to be undefeated, just like they were last year going into the meetup with UCF, but they lost middle of the season, and now things are.
Yeah, for the Golden Knights,
one.
this is even more than next weekend. This is their best chance at convincing some voters that they're legit.
Yeah.
Because they're playing a ranked team. They're playing the best the other best team in their conference. They got to show out.
Yeah. At the bare minimum, well, not the bare minimum. The bare minimum, I think they should have a bowl game that's close to New Year's. Maybe not a New Year's Six bowl.
Sure.
They're not as good as they were last year, but
since he's only got one loss this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, UCF is not as good as they were last year. It's hard.
Yeah.
It would be hard for them to be, but they are still really good. Yeah. Since he's only got one loss, they lost to Temple.
Yeah, I watched that game.
Where my friend Sarah went, incidentally, back in October. So, but that's it. They've let's see. They beat UCLA. That doesn't really matter. They beat Sonny Dykes. They beat Navy. They beat USF last week.
But beat Dykes by enough.
Yeah, they beat USF last week though by 12. So this will be a good one, man. I think UCF's probably got the upper hand, but I think this will be a good one.
Yeah.
You know, Cincinnati. Wait, did that say Cincinnati's favored?
No.
No, never mind. I read it wrong.
4.5. Yeah, I'll give it 4.5. This is gonna be a good one.
Yes.
After that, we cruise down to
a little Pac-12 after dark
p.m. because the country hates us.
Mm-hmm.
We have Arizona State University at
and
University of Oregon.
We hit them right back.
Yeah, we hit them right back. So ASU at Oregon.
Yeah.
So this is for the marbles. My dad seems to think ASU is going to lose this game. I actually am on the fence though.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Fighting Herms, they're going to come out there and they're going to realize they're playing for their lives. So if they want to get Herm Edwards into the Pac-12 championship game his first year, they have to win this game. That is a fact.
Yep.
They have to win this game and they have to win next week because Utah is not going to lose their last two games. They're playing at Colorado. Colorado's deflated and done.
And then they're playing at BYU. That could be a tricky one.
Yeah,
actually.
that could be the one tricky one. But that one doesn't matter because it's not conference play.
True.
Yeah. So they have the tiebreaker over Utah.
Yeah, but ASU's got to.
They have to win the next two.
Herm's got to give him the pump, the pregame pep talk speech of the season.
Yeah, because I mean that's kind of unfair. Is that Utah only still have? I mean what can you do? Anyway.
Yeah, and then Oregon's pretty much nothing to play for.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Should be an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean Oregon will still bring it. They're just.
I gave it 3.5.
Yeah, on the way out the door, I was saying that Oregon's pissed that they're not going to make the North.
Right.
So I'm going to give this one a 3.5 because it might rain and ASU might get creamed. What can you say?
Because it might rain.
It might rain and
that's enough to bring him down.
Yeah, just like with ASU's a lot like Donald Trump. If it rains, he's out.
Yep. Call off all your plans.
Yep. Call off all your plans. And that has been your college football preview for Week 12. I'm John.
I'm Eamon. Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Go Beers.
And I'll see you at the big game.
Happy birthday, John.
And Eamon will be at Henry's Roadhouse Bar.
I will.
On Durant.
I will. I'll be punching some Stanford fools.
Yeah. So if you want to roll out there, get some beers from Eamon. I will be rolling up to the game probably half hour before. I don't know where my seats are. They're probably under the press box somewhere.
Nice.
Those aren't good seats. They're shady. It's gonna be cold.
Yeah, but you got like seat backs.
No, we're not that high.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Come on now. This is employee seats.
All right.
Anyway, John, Eamon, out.